Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's dive right into your reading today. Pisces, if you are new to my channel, I welcome you. Welcome, welcome. And just know that these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Not every message is for every person. That's totally fine. Just take the part that works for you. Wow, Pisces, your life, things are really opening up in a really beautiful way for you here. You know, gosh, you guys, this is just really beautiful energy. You have awakening, and you have trust, and you have sanctity, and you have extraordinary. You know, there is this energy where, I don't know, as some of you may be like kind of, I don't know, it feels like taking a walk of faith right now, where it's like when we allow life to just be life and to come on its terms, and we don't judge it, and we don't say it's good or it's bad or it is what I want or it's not what I want, or you know, when we just sort of say it is what it is, and there is something to be gained from every experience, and we sort of take shelter in that, because when we're judging, when we're sitting in this space of going, okay, life is good right now, then a lot of times most people's response to life is good right now is that, oh God, the other shoe is going to drop and I'm going to experience something different than that, you know, and then they can get afraid, and they can kind of start second guessing the thing that is there that is making them happy, you know what I mean? Or they can cling to it, or they can force it. But when we just say, you know, whatever is, and whatever is can be in my highest and best good, if that is my intention, then we're not living in fear, because we're not afraid of what comes next, because whatever it is, we're ready for it. We can take it on. We know that we're capable of it. And we're not living life in a place of disappointment, because we're not like, oh man, you know, I really wanted it to look like this and it looks like this instead, and so this really isn't what I wanted. So, you know, which ultimately we end up usually bringing back on ourselves, like self-talking to ourselves negatively, like about why we didn't get what we wanted, or feeling really disappointed about not getting what we wanted. So when we just sort of open up to the flow of life the way that it is, and know that at some times things will happen that are unexpected in a really positive, amazing way that we couldn't have planned or dreamed of, and also in a way that is challenging and that really teaches us what we're made of, and both have value. We maintain this sort of like place of peace in all circumstances. And that's what I see you sort of channeling. That's what I see this walk of faith being, is like, whatever it is, I trust that it's for my highest and best good. Whatever it is, I trust that I can handle it. Whatever it is, I trust that it's leading me on the path that's meant for me. And when you take this energy on, you open up to all the possibilities. You're not sitting there saying, but I wanted it to work with this one person, and so I'm, you know, trying to force that or cling to that. And instead of opening up to life, all of life's possibilities, and a potentially amazing human, we're sitting here really focusing on something that already has not worked out, that the universe cannot control, because we all have free will choice. So I don't know, it feels like, Pisces, you're in a space where you are seeing the bigger picture, where you're open to life on life's terms, where you are in a place of peace with it, and you trust that you can handle it. The other thing that this energy does is it sort of relaxes us from really holding on to our past, which is something that we can't do anything about, and holding on to it is very burdensome. When we know or we trust that everything has happened for a reason and that we're exactly where we're meant to be, and that, you know, it may not all make sense at this moment or in every moment as we are moving forward, in the end, it does. Man, Pisces. Wow. I mean, Pisces, Lord. This is giving me a lot of temperance vibes. I mean, you do actually have the word balance, which can be associated with temperance, but you have belief and blessings. And, you know, if you believe everything is a blessing, then everything is a blessing. You know, no, there can be no other way. You know, and there is definitely something here where you may be diving deep or you may be uncovering something here. But it feels like a new source of light, a new source of happiness, something that is really allowing you to fully open up to life, or to even really see or sense or key into the blessings that are really there. It's pretty spectacular. And this feels like something that's happening internal, and this feels like something where you're sharing it. And, you know, when you're feeling really at peace and you're feeling really calm, I literally just posted something to my threads today about a calm person, the effect that a calm person has when they walk into a room. And you know, I've been told that I have that energy by, like, just even like people that work at the mall. They'll be like, wow, your energy, you know, like they'll say that to me when I come across them. But when you're a calm person, when you are at peace with yourself and in your life, the energy that you exude is something that offers stability and strength and grounding and centering to the environment around you. It spreads more peace. You know, it has a ripple effect. And it feels a bit like this, Pisces, like whatever work you've done on yourself or whatever work you're doing on yourself, and this may even be like long-term healing with this temperance energy that I am feeling overwhelmingly right now. And the energy of temperance is rebalancing, grounding, centering, you know, is staying emotional, right? But like also keeping one foot on the ground, one foot in the water, one foot on the ground. You know, balancing this energy of having emotion, but staying grounded and centered and not reactionary and not, you know, kind of all over the place and not, you know, up and down based on the cues that you're receiving from the external. It's something that you are working to foster within yourself. And I just feel that energy here. And I feel like this is an energy of focusing on your blessings, lending a strong and steady voice, or you know, I don't know why I said that, but it could be your voice, but it could also be just your energy, just your aura, just, you know what I mean? It feels like an energy that's spreading. It feels like an energy that you're carrying and that is really and truly affecting people around you. All right, I felt guided to get some message cards today, so we're going to dive into it. Pisces, I feel like your energy is very self-contained in this moment, or, you know, at least if the energy that I'm, you know, reading. This can either be like you may be opening up to something, or you may be about to begin something. There may be a change coming towards you, like in your status. Like you may be, you know, a lot of times we will sort of like make ourselves whole or heal ourselves or get ourselves to a space where we are really secure and stable before we start an important relationship or an important journey or an important job in our life. All right, you have in your message cards, I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. I feel safer in the silence. I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. It's easier to just stay away right now. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. Pisces, I feel like you have dealt with people in the past who, you are a bit of a mystic. I mean, I don't think there's any sign out there that is going to be like, oh yeah, I completely understand the sign of Pisces. Even me, I spend all this time in your energy. The more I do readings for you every day, the more I feel like, oh my God, you know, like I know you, I love you. But at the same time, there is something that's almost unreachable about you to other signs, because you are so ethereal. You are so connected. You are so intuitive. You are so your own thing, you know? And, you know, it's interesting. Libra, which is my sign, our mantra is I balance. And I believe that Pisces is I believe. It's interesting. I don't know. I just noticed that. But there is this energy here of where, you know, you may have had a repeated experience where you were just wanting to connect with someone, trying to connect with someone, and it caused them to sort of, I don't want to say freak out, but like maybe respond emotionally, or maybe respond by pulling back. And you know, it's like I feel with this, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. And I can almost feel the response of like, I don't have any expectations. I don't care about expectations. Like, that's not what I'm in this for, you know? There's just something here where it's like you sort of almost hold up a mirror to other people that exposes sort of these shadowy elements within themselves, where it's so natural for a Pisces sometimes not to be this way. Pisces have other, you know, obstacles or other, you know, things, but a Pisces can really see the best in another person and completely love them for it, even if they're not always in that energy. And to that person, on the reverse side of it, it may be like, you keep exposing to me every time I have a shortcoming, because you are so forgiving, you are so loving, or you are so, you know, giving, that it's like I keep knowing that I've let you down, or knowing that I failed you, or knowing that I haven't risen to meet your occasion, or, you know, in my mentality, that was the highest and best for me. Like, let's just assume, right, that everyone's doing the best they can from where they're at. But my best wasn't really good enough, or my best wasn't elevated enough, or I wasn't looking at things from a high enough level perspective. I wasn't seeing the whole picture. I wasn't even looking for the whole picture. I just thought that I had the right response, or I wanted to be right in the situation. And, you know, it's kind of like through no fault of your own, you know, you're just exposing these things to other people within themselves. And which is a gift, right? That is such a gift, because my God, if we know where those shadows are, if we know where our triggers are, we have the opportunity to look at them and let them go and heal them and, you know, fix them so that they stop triggering us. So, but if you're of a mentality that is like, you know, I don't want to be the one who's wrong, or I don't want to be the one who feels bad about their behavior in the relationship. You know, I need to be with people who are sort of less than, because it makes me feel better. Or I don't even like saying things like that, because no one's less than, right? But, you know, someone who's less connected to their divinity. Because it's easier, because I don't have to stretch myself, and because I don't feel like the bad guy, or I don't feel like the wounded one, or I don't feel like I'm the one that has a lot of work. You know, ultimately at the end of the day, it is easier to live with yourself when you feel like you're the one that is helping other people, or you're the one that has all the right answers, or you're the one that's more mature, or you know what I'm saying? So especially usually people that are not feeling that way tend to also come with a lot of insecurities. So there's just a lot of covering up. There's a lot of not being honest, a lot of not being authentic. There's a lot of hard stuff with that. And so you may be like, well, so what's wrong with me that people don't stay with me? Or what's wrong with me that I don't have this connection in my life? And it's like, there's absolutely nothing wrong. It's just that you're going to have to find someone who is not sort of covering things up all the time. Someone who is secure in who they are, because then even if they make a mistake, or even if, you know, they do or they say something or they take an approach or have an opinion or something that is low vibe, they are going to go, oh, okay, well, I know why I thought that. I know why I felt that. Like, they're not going to shy away from it. They're not going to be so afraid of it that they can't be in a relationship with you. You know what I mean? So let's dive in. I feel like, Pisces, you have really offered a lot of advice and a lot of love and a lot of nurturing to these types of people. And it says, you know, I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. And it's easier to just stay away right now. So it's kind of like, you know, you may have even been able to really articulately say, hey, this is the problem, or hey, this is what I need, or hey, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm seeing. And instead of saying, oh, okay, thank you so much for really giving me that roadmap or articulating that for me, someone instead says, you know what, it's actually just easier if I don't even try. You know, that's heartbreaking for both of you, honestly. All right, let's see what's going on here, Pisces. Got the Dreaming Way Tarot. And we'll take a look. Wow. So, okay, you have a new love coming in really suddenly here for sure, Pisces. You have the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. This is something serious. This has a lot of potential. This could have already come into your life out of the blue, really shaken up your world, really rocked your world. It could have been something really unexpected. Let me clarify the Tower. Could be a Scorpio. Wow, there's that temperance energy that I felt so strongly here. So you have the Two of Pentacles, the Temperance, the Queen of Swords, and the Moon card on the bottom of the deck, clarifying the Tower. So what I see here is there's an energy here of, you know, kind of just not feeling completely like you know what decision or what choice to make here. Both Temperance and the Two of Pentacles feel like a decision. It's weird because it feels like there's something that seems so clear with the Queen of Swords. Like I see this so clearly, but the effect that it's having on you is it's shaking you up a little bit. It's making you feel a little imbalanced here. And, you know, honestly, when you think about the beginning of any kind of romantic situation, you get those butterflies. You are sort of with one eye looking for the red flags, with the other eye just wanting to fall in love and see the best in the person. You're trying to not get too excited and temper yourself and measure yourself and not get too carried away with what's happening. But it's like, this is major because this is a major arcana. That this is something significant, and you clearly know this with the Queen of Swords. With the temperance energy, it is almost like a challenge to this work that you've done to really balance yourself out, and to really, come to this place where you're really working through life in this energy of, I take it as it comes, I'm not judging it, I'm not trying to control it, I'm not trying to cling to it, I'm just having faith, I'm just opening up to the flow. And then this comes in, and you're like, I'm not quite sure how to process this. I'm not quite sure what to think about this. This is like getting all my insides going a little bit wacko. You know what I mean? Is how it sort of feels. And with the Moon card, every love story begins with not knowing where it's going. You know what I mean? There's no real love story that it's like, I just knew everything was going to work out, and I just knew, I had no doubt, not ever, Even if you don't doubt the person, even if you don't doubt the circumstances or the timing or whatever, even if you are fortunate enough to not have any of those doubts, until you have lived it, it is the unknown. You don't know what's in front of you. And that always... It always, at least for a moment, sets us into a state of imbalance. That this feels major and I don't really know where it's leading me. I don't really know what's up with this. I don't know where it's taking me. So you also have the energy of Sagittarius here. You do have air sign, you have earth sign, and you have more Pisces, possibly even Cancer energy here. Jeez, Pisces. 9 of Cups and the 9, the Hermit. So this is the energy of here I am by myself, feeling pretty good about my life, feeling like I know what I want, I'm very clear on what I want, I've found a way to get myself to a place of emotional contentment on my own, and boom, here comes this relationship with the 2 of Cups. You have 2 9s here, so this is 2 single energies. This isn't, some third party situation. It feels very meant for you, is how it feels. And this may be after quite a long time of being by yourself, or the person you're with, or the person that's coming in, they may have been by themselves for an awfully long time, or at least a while. And they may be really sure or really fixed on what they want, and then seeing you in a state where you are emotionally content on your own, it may be very attractive to them, because they may have decided, that's what I need. I don't need a rescue Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It job. I need someone who has already figured out or has already managed to get themselves to a good place on their own. And with the 2 of Cups, this is definitely a soulmate. It is definitely, something that is healthy and balanced. For some of you, this can be like a business partner, but I don't know, I'm really feeling relationship vibes. Let's go further. Wow, my God, Pisces, look at your card. This may have come in very quickly, very unexpectedly. You may have had your back turned toward it, you may not have been looking for it exactly, or you may not have been expecting it, or you may not have been expecting it to come from the direction it came from, or is coming from. It does feel like it's something that rushes in. With the Star card, this is like a fated moment. You are exactly where you're meant to be. And I am also with these 2 pictures. It's like you opened yourself up to flow, and now this is when you got what you want. What you asked for. This is your wish fulfillment with the Star card. I feel like too, with the Queen of Cups and the Star card, you're feeling hopeful. You're feeling optimistic. It's just also playing off that 9 of Cups of being emotionally content. And part of that is, with the Moon card, it's like, yeah, it may set you into a bit of a tizzy, or it may make you feel those butterflies and just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where this is going, da 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 da. but it doesn't feel like it completely upsets the apple cart. You have that energy of temperance with that Two of Pentacles to kind of balance out, to come back to that energy, to come back to, that you found for yourself, that you stepped into on your own. Now, keep in mind, we're all on different timelines. This is a general reading, so some of you may already be in this space. Some of you may already be experiencing this. Some of you may still be working on that emotional contentment. Don't worry about that. Like, time is not easily measured in these types of things, because this is a general reading and we're all on different timelines. But it is just important to know, wherever you are in the journey, whatever you're doing in the journey, to stay hopeful and optimistic, and to know that you are exactly where you're meant to be with that star card energy. And that if you're working on opening up to life on life's terms and taking it as it is, and not judging it, and not clinging to it, and not forcing it, and not trying to make it bend to your will, then you are really doing exactly what you're supposed to do, you know, to get exactly the outcome that you want, or, you know, your wish fulfillment. Wow. Pisces, you're making progress. So with the Seven of Pentacles, there's kind of this energy of like, I don't know when everything is going to work out for me. I am just going to, in my present moment, do everything that I can to ensure that it does eventually work out for me. I'm going to plant the seeds. I'm going to follow my passions. I'm going to do my healing work. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to take care of all the things that I can take care of, so that I know that I have done everything that I can for myself to make my dreams come true. With the Hangman and the Sun, and we see the progress here from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. So like, if you are, for example, working on healing, or if you are on, you know, a particular journey here, possibly like schooling, possibly, you know, whichever path you're focused on right here, you are making progress. And with the Eight of Pentacles, this is a sense of self-mastery. So you are succeeding, you know, either you have succeeded, or you are on the path, or you are on the way to succeeding. You are taking yourself not only in the direction of your dreams, but you are probably most likely going to reach it, especially with the Sun here and the Hangman. So then you have the Sun and the Hangman coming out, right? And the Hangman is like, you know, sometimes it takes time. The Seven of Pentacles is where we plant the seeds and we don't expect to eat the fruit the same day, right? With the Hangman, this is like, it may have been a moment where you really needed to reflect over the past, and even some of these situations with these message cards of just, and like really looked at it and realized there was nothing else you could have done. You were dealing with someone who was unhealed, and instead of doing the work and healing themselves, or, you know, being brave and just rising up to meet the occasion in front of them, they were like, it's easier for me just to kind of step away from this right now. That is not on you. That is a reflection of their lack of bravery and their lack of this energy, where I'm choosing myself. And okay, if I don't have my dream right now, then I'm going to invest everything I can in myself to make my dream come true. To it's basically using all your free will choices in your life to, you know, say to the universe, you know, I'm ready, and like, this is what I want, and I've created the environment for it to flourish. And in the process of this, I have mastered myself. I am no longer this, you know, person who sort of allows these situations to almost affect me as deeply, or whatever it is that you're working on. You know, maybe you've gone to school, like I said, and you have mastered your skill, and you've gotten your degree, or you're well on your way. You know, it can be anything, but it is like, in looking back on the past, I came to a place of clarity, one, about how to look at the past in a healthy way, and two, you know, how to kind of be fully present in this moment and utilize it to its highest and best ability. And, you know, with the Sun card and the Hangman. And with the Sun card, there's always an element of healing. And so, you know, if you have been on a quest of healing, this is like where finally we're seeing things clearly, where finally we have freed our mind of these past things that come back up and cause us to suffer again and again and again. We have figured out a way to cleanse our energy and clear our space of them. And really, we're inviting happiness in. You have the Nine of Cups, you had the Star card, and now you have the Sun. These are all cards that basically talk about wish fulfillment, happiness, healing, emotional contentment, emotional well-being. So Pisces, like, you're definitely turning some kind of corner here. If you're on this path, keep going. If you have been on this path and you have reached this Eight of Pentacles, congratulations. That's a major milestone in your life when you hit that Eight of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on here. You definitely have some kind of relationship. So you have the Two of Wands and the Four of Swords, and then you have the Two of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow. How crazy. You know, this is an energy where you may have experienced some delays and some obstacles on this path, in this journey that you have been on. And with the Five of Wands, there may have been some conflict, there may have been some chaos, there may have been some fights, some disagreements. This can be all kinds of things, okay? And it may even be just a sort of historically, you know, having a kind of life that's like that. What I see here with the Two of Wands and the Four of Swords is that, you know, when you were at the crossroads and you didn't know which way to go, and, you know, I see this person has like this hat on. I don't know for what reason, it's reminding me of like a hospital gown here. And then you have the Four of Swords. It's like when you're at this crossroads and you don't know where to go, and you know that you're coming from a wounded place. Sometimes the best decision is to not make a decision and to heal, like to decide to heal, to not take a path, to not force yourself down a journey or another journey, right? But if you stay in that path, if you stay in that space too long, right, it becomes stagnancy. And the Two of Swords is this energy where you know, we've been healing, or, you know, we're recovering. It's like, it can't even be where you really saw your future with a particular person, and then that person left you, and now you don't know what the future looks like. You don't know where to go. Everything was like all tied up to that, you know, and so it's like you just sort of had no choice but to stop and heal. Well, if we stay in that energy for too long, we do become stagnant, and what happens is we sort of can adopt this way of being where it's like, yeah, I'm not really looking for anything. Yeah, I don't really want to open my heart to anything. I'm just over here healing. I'm just taking a break. I don't know what direction I'm really going right now. I'm just having a moment. Because the Two of Swords, it's like, I don't want to make a decision, right? Which I feel like we're seeing with this Two of Wands, and the Two of Swords, but which is okay, right? That's fine. That's good. But a lot of times it is also an energy of self-protection, of just like, I'm not ready to go out there and risk it. And I see you freeing yourself of this energy a little bit at a time with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, I know I just can't stay here forever. I know that there's a lot of life to be lived, and I don't want to give up that opportunity because something back there happened to me that was hard. Like, I don't want my present and my future to be dictated to me by my past. I don't have to make any big decisions. I don't have to go out and write it in the sky and commit and sign some contract as to where I'm going. I just have to put one foot in front of the other. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. So let's see. Wow. Pisces. Pisces, I feel a little bit, you got this Four of Cups with a very handsome charioteer, like heading right for you here. And it feels a bit like you're sort of in a place where you're just not expecting it. I really feel like you're focused on other things. And, you know, we started off with that Ace of Cups, and that's what's right here. And it's like you're focused on this over here. And there's something that's coming in. It's almost like the universe is almost trying to wake you up and tell you, like, hey, you know, you're getting a new beginning here, Pisces. But you've got somebody riding in, and they are balanced, they are measured, they are quite capable. They have been through a lot too, probably, but they really have a strong vision of where they want to go in the future. And I think that it really does match yours, or it is really attractive to you. And I feel like this is the thing that sort of takes you off balance, that comes in really quickly and that you're not really expecting. And because maybe you're not expecting it, you don't see it, it's not revealed to you. Wow, underneath that moon card, guys, was the King of Cups. I think you just had this little moment of just like, I don't know what to do. You have the Star card, the Devil, and you have the Page of Wands. So you definitely figure it out here. Of course, I have to clarify this Devil for Pisces. Okay. Wow. This is a very significant change in your life. Man, Pisces. Okay, you have the King of Wands in reverse with the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Magician upright, and the Lovers upright. You know, whenever I see the King of Wands in reverse, I feel like this is someone who knows what they want, but they don't feel free to go after it. And, you know, a lot of times when we feel like we love someone that's off limits to us, that's kind of the feeling that we have. It's like, you know, it just doesn't seem fair to be so sure that this is what you want. But to not have the ability to like take action to make it happen for yourself. But it is with the Devil, it's like, you know, this experience or whatever this is that you've experienced in the past, this Devil is coming, where the imbalance is coming from is for you to completely release something from a cycle that you have totally completed, and to step completely into your power and to really make this choice strongly. Without reservation, without fear, without anything here with the Magician and the Lovers card. This is like, I manifested this. I'm ready for this. I asked for this. I have all the tools that I need in my chest to deal with this. I've prepared myself for this. I have worked through the 7, the 8, and now the 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You know, I have made meaningful progress in my own life, which I now see outside myself as well as inside myself. Like, I'm in a different place. Those same things that may have been a problem for me in the past, or may have held me back in the past, or even, you know, pairing up with toxic people in the past who weren't brave and who were stuck. This is a different experience, and I recognize the difference in the experience with that Lovers and that Magician card. With the Star card and the Page of Wands, you're choosing your wish fulfillment here, Pisces. This is like, okay, I'm ready for this adventure. I recognize what this is. I recognize this opportunity, and I'm going for it. And I'm moving toward it from this place of, with the 7 of Pentacles, having invested in myself, with the 8 of Pentacles, having mastered myself, the 9 of Pentacles, having attracted this to myself, having brought this in, having reached this place in my life where I am fully ready for this journey, fully ready for this adventure. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is a whole brand new cycle. This is the wheel turning for you. This is where the energy you're in is matching the energy of the universe, and they're co-creating this experience for you, Magician lovers. It's definitely a soulmate. All right, Pisces, I'm going to get you some message cards. Here and now, your true love is already a part of your life. Marriage, this relationship is moving toward a sacred union. This is if you're dealing with a water sign. You didn't see my tears, longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. You know, what you are seeking is seeking you, Pisces. Time apart, some distance will help bring clarity. I can't reach out. I don't know what comes next. All right, if you're dealing with a fire sign, Pisces, I wish things could be different. Trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. I can't do this. I am not available. I don't know how to feel. Unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve, and I don't know what you want. Ooh, some of you are dealing with a difficult fire sign situation there. All right, if you're dealing with a earth sign, you're getting protected. You are safe and divinely guided. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. I see life differently now. I regret lying to you. I want to feel that way again. You speak to me through music and self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. If you are dealing with an air sign, all right, you are getting chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. Forgiveness, forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. You let me down. You were the best thing in my life. I compare others to you. And integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? All right, you guys, this is what I have for you today. I really hope it helps. I'm going to be launching the membership channel, I think, later today. I am trying to upload some things to the membership channel, and we're going to see how that goes. And if I can do it ahead of time or not, okay? And also, I know through private readings that some of you are business owners or, you know, have like an online channel or whatever. I'm thinking about, like, I feel like we would like to support each other. I feel like we're those type of people, right? So I'm thinking about if you'd be interested in something like this, let me know, where I could call it like Friends of the Channel or something like that and put it on my community page. So that you all could know, like, businesses or, you know, I don't know. Let me know. Like, let me know what ideas you have about that. All right. I just want to, like, I appreciate all your support. And, you know, I'm a candle lighter, I feel like, or I try to be. Anyway, this is what I have for you. Until next time, you guys, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.